Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is May 30th, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. We just had another downtick today. So for the market, S&P 500, here is the daily chart. So we just got below SMA 20, which is kind of like a bearish for the market, but we are not surprised. Kind of like we were waiting for this corrective move actually coming down to 51.82. I believe that that's going to be the level. A potential scenario is going to be, this is going to be a demand area based on the daily cycle and daily chart. And here is going to be SMA 50, which is going to be kind of like a support for the market and also demand area after this breakout. So if you want to just go over with supply and demand, here is the supply area, which I broke down nicely. And here is the small demand area, which market just going with a bull flag and breakout to new all-time high. So right now we are just going down to test this demand area, which is going to be 5182 to 5200. I believe that's going to be the level that I'm just looking for, a kind of like a bottoming formation. So for your information, folks, I'm just to start buying some stocks, very, very small nibble today, but it's kind of like, I believe that we are kind of like a pretty close to kind of like at the next bottoming formation in the market, especially for the technology names as well. It's coming down. Here's the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is just coming down to the middle of this white range bar. This is kind of like a perfect spot for the market. And we just got into SMA 20. And also this is kind of like a previous new all-time high or previous top here. So you're kind of like a very, very close and almost touching today. So if we just hold this area, I believe that we are going to see some kind of like a moving back to the upside. Today, we just got a kind of like a bad day for technology. We will get to those ones. But stochastic-wise, 2-3 days in a row, if we get some kind of like a bearish momentum, we should see some kind of like a good oversold condition. And then we can see some kind of like a nice pullback to the upside. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow. I believe that Dow is kind of like in a scenario that we are pretty close to the bottom. So this is one of the reasons that I'm just looking for a market bottom. Right now, Dow is coming to important demand area, and this is going to be SMA 150 as well. So we're kind of looking below all these moving averages, which is bearish. But at the same time, we are not just looking at the moving averages. We're just looking at a price action, indicators, and also the cycles as well. So here is the area that I'm just looking for. A great kind of like a buyers are going to be here for a long time. So Dow somewhere around 37,000 to 38,000. They are lots of buyers here. So we should just see this pullback as a good buying opportunity. Moving on to another name, which is gold today. So gold, just a doji bar, nothing spectacular today. Gold just forming a doji bar after yesterday's sell-off. It didn't have followed through, just going down to 23.24 and then bounce back up nicely. So the important thing for gold is kind of like gold miners. We will get to those ones, but right now gold is in oversold condition. We are just getting oversold condition as well. I believe lots of people are saying this is a bear flag, but if it doesn't go below this shadow, everything is getting great for gold as like a double top, double bottom formation in 4 hours chart. If you just see that, and also we are just getting close to 78% Fibonacci level, which is kind of like the area that always I'm like looking for as a great buying opportunity. This is the most oversold area that we can see, and also stochastic wise RSI and MACD, they just show divergence, pretty nice divergence in this W pattern here. So I believe that 4-hour chart tells me that gold is bottom. Still, it is very, very short term, but in daily chart, if we confirm that one, that's going to be great. Silver actually doesn't go the other way. Silver is coming down. I believe that silver still can hold this area, and even if it goes lower to this area, this is going to be interesting demand area for silver, which is going to be $29.30 for silver, and this momentum is down, kind of like a double top formation, but I believe that silver can go higher after forming the bottom. So we should just wait for more upside in precious metals as well. Moving on to crude. Crude is coming down a second consecutive day, still chopping around. So it's kind of like a boring and kind of like a apex pattern. This is very, very aggressive pattern, this apex, and we should see some kind of like this is the pattern that we can see. If it goes here below this, even you shouldn't be surprised because this is kind of like a megaphone shape. But if it goes either breakout, that's going to be very, very aggressive. And still, I don't see any confirmation for the bear side or bull side. My cycle tells me that June is going to be the time that crude is just forming the bottom, if it's not bottom yet. So the rest of the month should be very, very bullish, especially June timeframe is going to be very bullish for crude. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is just forming uptick today, 796 cents up. Sorry, $90 and $96 up. Not a bad pattern. This is kind of like a bull flag here. We see this bullish momentum is just forming nicely, and we should expect more higher high in Bitcoin coming down the road. Ethereum, $14 up today, down today. Not a bad session. Bond yield is coming down. There are some rumors that some hawkish people like a Bostic and the other and chairmans, the chairmans, they were saying like they're okay with rate cut, like they're just changing their word every single day. He was pretty hawkish, but now he's dovish, and he said if the inflation numbers are okay, I don't have any problem for rate cut this July, which was contrary against his word like I believe 2 3 days ago, when he was saying like I see the forecast like for the rate cut by end of this year. So everyone's just scratching their head what he's talking about. But anyway, so this is kind of like a fundamental scenario. They can change their word anyway. Bond yield is coming down, and just to put kind of like acceleration for treasuries, which is TLT. I believe that this is kind of like in a very, very good shape right now. It can go higher if it goes above a $92. VIX coming down, actually uptick and then coming down. So I know that this is kind of like a shadow here, but VIX is getting into kind of like a resistance area. So this is $15, $16. It doesn't, it does actually put like lots of pressure on VIX. Dixie downtick today as well. I believe that this is a pretty nice bear flag. As I said, this pattern is not that strong. And whenever I see this, I should say this is kind of like the scenario that I'm just looking at. So Dixie can get all the way down to 101 to 102, which is going to just accelerate the price of gold and also technology stocks as well, which had a bad day today. So Magma indicator just slaughtered today, 27 cents down. This is very, very kind of like ugly price action. Apple hold up pretty well. Dollar uptick today, but against Apple, Amazon just downtick today. Still looking for kind of like a good bullish momentum for Amazon, but not yet. We are close. Meta still bull flag here, but $7 down today. Microsoft just slaughtered today, so it goes down, and even after hours it goes lower. $413 to the downside. 3.38% down for Microsoft. So whenever we see this, potentially we'll have like some kind of like a follow through sessions with Microsoft, but I don't see any like a major sell-off below 400. So I believe that Microsoft is giving us another buying opportunity somewhere around 400. And then after that, we should see some kind of like a bottoming formation and going higher. Google going down $3.79 down today. Netflix is down today, $6.96 down. Tesla going up today. So $2.60 still holding up the ground here. Pretty nice pattern. I should say this is a good bullish consolidation for a next hike to 207. Semiconductors, $3.38 down. Stocks, $1.65 down. Taiwan Semiconductor, actually, they were having like a bad day. $1.38 down. AMD was positive today. However, after hours, it just go negative. But after hours, we'll see tomorrow how it's going to open. Before closing bell, it was positive $1.61 up. Nvidia just engulfing at the top. So Nvidia can go all the way down to 950.60 to just check the trend line here. Texas Instrument, a doji bar, not a bad session. Texas actually after 2 days, ugly session. It's just a hiccup here. I don't know if it's going to be just a pivot for another downside to 187 to complete its correction, or this is just the bottom. So we will see a Lamb Research $2.54 down today. Not a bad session. As long as it is above this pivotal point, we should be fine. So semiconductors, they're due for corrective move and they're just doing the correction. On the other side, XLF, just as I said yesterday, probably we will see some kind of like a bottoming formation here. Banks and financials, they did very well. 22 cents up, KBE 69 cents up, not a bad session at all. KRE 83 cents up today. JP Morgan $1.22 up, a good price action. Goldman Sachs $6.94 down. Bank of America 9 cents down. Wells Fargo 46 cents up. And all in all, if I just want to say, banks are kind of like forming the bottom. Gold miners pretty positive today. That's very good. When gold and silver is kind of like a bouncing very shallow, gold miners are doing well. So I believe that gold miners are going to outperform even gold price next few months. As I show you in my video cycle analysis for gold miners, they're kind of like a poised for the next exponential rally to the upside. GDXJ juniors actually 52 cents up today. AEM, Agnico Eagle going up $1.20 up. Newmont 25 cents up. Franco-Nevada $2 up. And gold Barrick 19 cents up. This is great price action for gold miners when gold actually is lagging. Gold miners are leading, which is great. XLE, which is energy stocks, actually contrary to crude price, they're kind of like a bullish today. And this is kind of like a hope for crude, just because energy stocks, when they're just doing okay, this means crude is going to go back to its bullish momentum. Exactly the same mentality like gold. XOP actually is going up. OH, this is not a good pattern actually. OH is lagging. A potential scenario is going to be we're going to see a divergence in energy stocks. It can go lower to this area for a final bottom. Exxon, this one is the same. So Exxon was leading before. Right now, it is lagging, and we should see some kind of like a pullback for Exxon down the road. Still, this bear flag can rip down to, let's say, 108, 109. That's going to be a potential scenario. The same as here for Chevron. It's just forming another bear flag here prior this important demand area, which tested twice. And now it's just forming a bear flag for a next downside move to 150. So we will see how it goes with this name and also these names. But I should say gold miners, potentially XLV, which is healthcare, they are doing well and they will do well during the summer rally. So just keep an eye on those sectors. They're very important. All right, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and start nibbling in. Market is giving us a good opportunity. Just keep an eye on that one. Have a fantastic evening. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.